So the drill, we talk about unusual activity today, and we let you know where we're seeing it, whether it's calls or puts. Predominance has been calls since March, but every once in a while a put shows up. This is the first trading day of the fourth quarter of 2020. It is October 1st, 2020. Thank you for joining us, folks. The disclaimer is that this is presented to you as educational and informational. Please do not take this as advice, tax advice, legal advice, investment advice. You need to understand that all investments involve risk. Intellectual property rights, yes, patents, trademarks, as well as copyrights and registered marks all over this presentation. Please ask us before you use it, and if you, of course, cite market rebellion at that point, we will appreciate it. Thank you. All right, a couple of updates. Why a couple updates? Well, because, you know, it's nice when you find 3 winners in a row, and we certainly did that in spades yesterday. Let me show you a couple. Bed Bath & Beyond. There's Scott Wapner and I talking about it on the halftime report yesterday. I intended to hold my Bed Bath & Beyond for 2 months. I have reloaded because the stock popped some 35%. So what I mean by that is yesterday the stock's trading 15.19 when I was talking about it. They were buying the December 15 calls, the right to buy it for $15 all the way out till December. That was worth at least 19 cents yesterday because that's the in the money or intrinsic amount for that trade. The rest of it is premium that people build in, people like me, that build in to basically pay us for the risk we take, giving somebody else the right to take stock from us. Now, since I bought these calls, I have the right to take stock from someone else. And that works nicely when the stock pops. As you can see here, 30%. It was up as much as 35% and through 20. So those calls that were relatively cheap yesterday made us 4 times our money. And since these calls go out to December, as you heard me say, we were able to put on another trade today that would extend some of our exposure all the way out to December. Bang! Another one, how about this one, Netflix. Netflix, we talked about it yesterday because we saw 500, 505, 510 calls trading aggressively that expire this Friday. So, how did it do today? Well, you tell me. 523, up some 4.6% or $23. That, my friends, is a dog that will hunt. And we rung the register as hard as our little arms would let us today in this one. Bang! Now let's talk about some unusual activity, but today's activity will be in Advanced Micro. Advanced Micro stock's 83.52, as you see there. It's up $1.50 or just less than 2%. That's Scott Wapner, of course, on the halftime report. Here's me praying that the trade works. Now, actually, I'm just kind of sitting there with my hands together, thinking about what I'm about to say. And then here is the trade. They bought 4,700 of those 09 October. Need to explain to those of you who don't watch every day, 09 means the 9th. Tomorrow is the 2nd of October. That means a week from tomorrow would be the 2nd expiration week in October. And on that 2nd expiration week, which will end with the 9th of October, they were buying those calls, the 85 calls. They targeted those just out of the money. Stock's just under 84, right? Trading 83.70 at the time that we cited this. So, will this cover the earnings? No, because the earnings are due the 27th after the close. But we also saw them buying calls at the October 84 strike, regular October 84 strike. So in other words, they're kind of loading the boat in AMD, thinking it might have more upside. Take a look at this for more. Those 85s, not 4,700 anymore, more like 20,000, almost 21,000 of those October 85s. The October 84s, 26,000. That, my friends, is today's volume for those strikes. Just a ton of call buying in this particular name, Advanced Micro Devices. I am in these calls, and as I stated on the show, I intend to be in them since they expire next Friday for probably 3 to 5 days. Bang. Hold up to a week, it says here. Now I got to tell you just a little bit about our virtual trading conference, because the virtual trading conference kicks off a week from tomorrow. It is October 9th and 10th. Our conference will run for 2 days, as you see there. Doug Kurzian, sports betting anchor over at ESPN, he will be with us. Jeff Mackey, retail god, he will be with us. AJ Monty, technician extraordinaire, he will be with us. Bill Johnson, option strategies that you can't even imagine where this guy comes up with them, but he does, and he makes it so easy to learn. He will be there. Brian Mastro, our chief market strategist at Market Rebellion. Dirk Muller, co-founder of Market Rebellion. Mark Lepresti, he will be there, part of the Battlefin Group, Alternative Data. Grover Nordquist on taxes. Tony Dwyer from Canaccord. Raul Paul from Real Vision. Bedros Koulian. Tom Lee. Folks, this is a Power Pack lineup, and we've got even more. You can still join. You have exactly 5 days to secure your seat, because after that, we can't help you, because we got to enable the folks so that they know how to get into the conference, and so that we can keep it a private affair. This is not going to be Zoom. Nobody's going to be joining from China unless they signed up for it. And if you do sign up for it from China, we welcome you. So that's enough about the virtual trading conference. You can see all about it at marketrebellion.com. Axalta, this is coatings company, and I make that sign. I'm not really sure why, but it's like you're coating something in particular, whether it's anything from big trucks and so forth to medical equipment. These guys coat it. Axalta, AXTA. I plan to hold these calls for 2 weeks. Which calls, you say? Well, these calls. October 24 calls with the stock at 23. They were buying those regular October, that's important, not the ones that expire tomorrow, not the ones that expire October 9th, a week from tomorrow. It is the ones that expire 7 days after a week from now. Regular October, third Friday of October. They're buying the 24 strike with the stock at 23. How much they pay? 40 cents on average for these calls. Worth a look. Take a look. You decide if it's the right kind of trade for you. There is the graph. Stock's trading 23.30. It's been as high as 23.55, I think, today, and it was 23 when we cited it earlier today. Bang. Final trade, Snap. As you've probably learned, I have been all over Snap for basically the last month and a half. One of the reasons for that is that the tumult over at TikTok. So, love Snap. They bought more today that expire next Friday. Next Friday, the 9th. See that? 09 October, the 28 strike with the stock at 26.61. They bought them for just 27 cents. That's $27 per option, folks. $27 per option. That means you could control 1,000 shares of this stock for $270. That's $27 times 10, $270. To buy 1,000 shares of the stock would cost you $26,000. So you tell me, $270, you control the same 1,000 shares. The caveat is, of course, the time. You only have until the 9th of October to exercise or let these evaporate or trade out of them. And number two, these are out of the money. They're not the same as stock. Stock, if it moves from 26.61 to 28, you'll make approximately $1.40. On these, you wouldn't make any money. You need it to pop fairly quick. That's why this is a deep end of the pool trade. There's the stock moving to 27, and as it was here, 26.61. moving to 27, bang. That's what I like to see. If you'd like to learn more about unusual option activity, come on over to marketrebellion.com/UOA. I'll say it one more time slowly. marketrebellion.com/UOA for unusual option activity, UOA. You can learn how we do 20 trades or more a day. If that's too many, we have a service that's 1 trade a day. If that's too many, we have a service that's 1 trade per week. If you want to go even slower than that, yeah, we have some of those offerings as well. Go to marketrebellion.com and see exactly what we've got. One more quick update. Yeah, that's overstock. That was yesterday when it was $73 stock. I used it as my final trade. It popped by 10% today. Bang. Thank you for joining me, folks. I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. And tell your friends about it, please, because we'd love to have more people join us, and we appreciate your support.